Gayatri. Thanks for coming to the Atman show. And today's show, we are going to talk about three festivals. First one is Janamashtami. And so, Janmashtami, September. So, can you please go ahead and let us know the story of Janmashtami and why there is Handi festival and things like that, the backstory of Janmashtami?
Uh, in India and all over the world, Janmashtami is actually a celebration of our dear beloved Lord Krishna's birth in Mathura. He was born in Mathura, and all Hindus celebrate this festival with great enthusiasm. People fast, people offer fruits, people offer milk, and then they celebrate all over India. It's not restricted to one particular area or anything. And we celebrate the birth of Lord Krishna on Janmashtami Day. And this Dahi Handi festival is actually celebrated the next day when this handi is filled with a prasad called kala, which was a favorite of Lord Krishna. It's a mixture of milk, curd, fruits, and it is tied in a handi and hung high above. And in Maharashtra especially, they have a competition. It is a big competition. You can see on the screen, little Krishnas dressed up. Then people also, grown-ups, they practice for months and they make this huge pyramid and they climb and break the handi, to get the prasad. So that is the significance of Dahi Handi, which is also celebrated in Gujarat. In the same fervor. And Bombay, Pune, everywhere we have this Dahi Handi celebration.
Okay, Auntie, can you tell me why the story behind Lord Krishna's birth, like Kans and Vasudev and Devaki and all? Can you tell all that story?
Okay. Yeah, actually, Kans was Lord Krishna's uncle, Mamaji, his mother Devaki's brother. And Narad Muni had told Kans that your sister's son will kill you. So what he did was he imprisoned his mother and that is Devaki and father Vasudev in the prison, and every child that was born to Devaki, Kans used to come and kill the child. When the seventh child was born, it was a girl, and she was Yogmaya. When he came to kill the child, the baby slips out of his hand, and she tells him that you cannot kill Krishna because he is already there. He will be born to kill you. So what happens is on the night of Krishna's birth, when the little baby was born, it's like a miracle. The prison doors start opening, and Vasudev puts this baby in this basket, and he comes out, and it's raining. And even today on Janmashtami night, it always rains. He carries the baby on his head, and the Yamuna river sort of separates, and Vasudev is able to move across. And it is said that Vishnu's serpent protects the baby, and then they cross the river, and he goes and leaves the child in Vrindavan with Yashoda. Yashoda's baby he picks up Yashoda's baby and brings the baby here. And when Kans comes to kill the baby, that's when Yogmaya says that he is already there. You can't do anything about it. And that's how we celebrate Janmashtami, because Krishna was the avatar born to kill Kans, who was such a wicked king.
So basically, the kids gets exchanged. That's what you're saying?
Yes. Children get exchanged, and Yogmaya was actually Devi.
Okay.
She was a Devi.
Okay. All right. Moving on to our next, Ganesh Chaturthi is coming up, and it's actually happening. People are celebrating. So it's on 19th September.
Aarti of Ganesh Chaturthi. And we celebrate in our society, celebrated in great fervor. The story behind Ganesh is at the end of the deluge, there was absolute darkness, and the three gods, that is Shiva, Vishnu, and Brahma, out of the universe, they are told by the Supreme Being that please create something which will dispel the darkness. And suddenly they hear the sound of Om. And then this little elephant, godly like, person appears with, what should I say, with his conch dancing, and he's dancing so happily. Ganesh is always associated with happiness and buddhi. These were his attributes. And Ganesh is a very ancient concept. Even in the Rig Vedas, he is mentioned as a elephant god, a god with an elephant holding dressed as a warrior, holding a sword and a snake, and he also has the trident. And then he's the leader of the Ganas with a twisted trunk. He also holds the quill with which he.
Large ear is listen more. Axe is to cut off all bonds of attachment. Small mouth talk less. Blessings and protect spiritual path to supreme. Large stomach represents peaceful, digest all good and bad in life. Mouse represents desire, unless under control, can cause havoc. You ride the desire and keep it under control, and don't allow it to take for a ride. Prasad means the whole world is at your feet and for your asking. Modaka is rewards for sadhana. Trunk is high efficiency and adaptability. One tusk is retain good and throw away bad. Rope is to pull you nearer to higher goals. Small eyes is concentrate. Big head is think big. So basically, this is, this can be taught in our management's class as well, and they say that when we do idol worship, the visualization triggers those quality in the worshipper. So do you have to say, and can you summarize this for the viewers, please?
Yes, whatever you said, Ganesh is the embodiment of wisdom, buddhi and siddhi, and he's generous, he's playful, and he removes all obstacles. Everybody, especially in the South, if you want to start any business, or you want to start building a house or anything, first thing you do is pray to Lord Ganesh and break a coconut in his name. Then we do Ganesh Vandana before any program. Basically, he's a Vigneshwara, which means remover of all obstacles which comes our way.
Okay. So I just want to read one more thing that I wrote in my slide. It was Bhrigu Rishu who introduced the concept and recommended worshipping of elephant-faced Ganesha in one of the oldest Upanishad of Vedic scriptures called the Taittiriya Upanishad. A gist of Vedic scriptures reveals the Vedic Sanskriti revolves around the cosmic energies and human brain. It always propagates to maintain a relation and contact between the two. It is also called the state of yoga. These scriptures call upon people to continue to enhance the efficiency of the brain. So it looks like when we pray to Ganesha, we also enhance the efficiency of the brain.
Yes, that is true. Absolutely true. And besides that, Ganesh, as a god, is supposed to be the most adaptable. You know, you people pray to him. There are no too many rites and rituals controlling him. Anybody can pray to him, and anybody can worship him in any form. So he's the most amenable, friendly of all the gods in the Hindu pantheon, as you say.
Okay. I also want to read one more thing. Soil is the only form of nature that has universality. All living beings are created from it. All living things are nourished by the nutrients obtained from it. Finally, all living things settle in the soil. This is the secret of creation. Every year we celebrate Ganesh Chaturthi to spread the truth. We make Ganesha with clay. We worship that idol with mantra. Spiritually speaking, it is not an ordinary clay, it is Sagun Brahman. Yeah, can you go talk about that, like about making the idol of the clay and the Visarjan process and everything?
Yeah. Here in Pune, I'm talking to you in Maharashtra. Almost as soon as the Chaturthi Visarjan is over, people are already planning on the next Ganesha. And today, earlier they used to make it of plaster of Paris and all that, but now they get special clay which dissolves in water when you do the Visarjan. And they have all kinds of beautiful idols which people go and bring it home. Then there is another way of worshipping Ganesh. Some households in Maharashtra, they just keep a supari, a betel nut, in front of the proper Ganesh idol, so that they don't want to part with the idol. So they take the supari after 1.5 days and either plant it in the ground or put it in the water. So that many people don't like to see the idol, as kind of dissolving and going. So they prefer to do it this way. And there is also this story, I don't know if you know, about they say that Parvati, Ganesh's mother, she made him out of the uptan that was, taken off her body, Ganesh. And once she made him, she instructed him that don't let anybody enter the threshold of the house, unless I give permission. And she kept him at the at the door. So when Lord Shiva comes, Ganesh says, no, you can't go in. So Shiva gets very angry and he cuts off his head. And then Parvati is furious. She tells Shiva that you have killed our son now, and she is now set to destroy the world. So Shiva, goes, and then the rishis say that go and pick up the first, whoever you see first, cut that person's head and fix it on this headless body. So Shiva looks and he finds an elephant and he brings that elephant's head and fixes it on Ganesha. And that is how Ganesha is supposed to do. These are all legends, but people love these stories, about how Ganesh got his elephant head.
Yeah.
Then there is another very cute story of Ganesh Chaturthi. As a child, I remember in Kerala, we were told that don't look at the moon on Chaturthi because Ganesha on that day, he was entering the door and he tripped over the doorstep and he fell and he looked around and he hoped that nobody was looking. But when he looked up, he saw the moon. The moon was laughing at him. So that day, Ganesha said that whoever sees the moon on Chaturthi will get a bad name for 1 year till the next Chaturthi. So we as children, we used to feel very scared to look up, Mm-hmm. But invariably on Chaturthi, we would look up and see the moon and say, hey, Bhagwan Ganesha, please look after us for this whole year because we didn't mean to see the moon, you know. That's another cute story of his.
Okay. And also, I want to read one more thing. When we immerse the ideal, to immerse is to unite the Atman with the Para Brahman, immersion of atom in universe. It means reaching where it came from. This is the cycle of creation, maintenance, and dissolution. This is Para Brahmatvam. There is also scientific reason behind it. We worship the Lord with 21 medicinal which purify the air we breathe. After 9 days, the idol Ganesha is immersed in nearby pond along with medicinal leaves. They release the medicinal alkaloids in the water. Within 23 hours, these alkaloids kill harmful bacteria in water. The percentage of oxygen increases. This is the ultimate environmental secret behind Vinayaka immersion.
Yeah, correct.
Okay. All right.
Explain. Our religion, our Sanatana Dharma, is so environment friendly, isn't it?
Yes. Okay. And also, I just want to let our viewers know, keeping the importance of brain and for improving its overall efficiency, Bhrigu Rishi suggested concentrating, meditating, and worshipping the elephant face figure Ganesha located at the base of skull of every human as shown in the adjoining of Shivalaya. The base of the skull in a brain that forms the elephant face contains some of the most important component of the brain that play a vital role in regulating the spiritual energies in a human. So basically, it analyzes information coming to the brain and increases the overall efficiency of the brain. So this is one of the also one of the scientific reason to worship the Ganesha. It enhances the brain capacity. So do you have to say anything on that?
No, I think you've covered the whole thing very beautifully.
Yeah, okay. All right. So let's move on to our next one. So we already discussed why Ganesh Visarjan is done. So basically, the ritual is done to signify the birth cycle of Lord Ganesha. Idol is immersed in water so that Ganesha can return home after staying with his devotees, where the Ganesh Chaturthi rituals are conducted. Right? Anything else? Do you want to add? Do you want to add anything else?
So, and also, Ganesh Chaturthi festival is like removing the obstacles for other festivals. Now, after this comes Navratri, then Diwali, and then the New Year.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
So actually, Ganesh opens the doors for all of us to celebrate, you know, the festive season. So many festivals are coming up.
Okay. All right. Okay. Now, next one is Navratri.
गिरिनन्दिनि नन्दितमेदिनि विश्वविनोदिनि नन्दनुते गिरिवरविन्ध्यशिरोधिनि वासिनि विष्णुविलासिनि जिष्णुनुते भगवति हेशिति कण्ठकुटुम्बिनि भूरि कुटुम्बिनि भूरि कृते जय जय हे महिषासुरमर्दिनि रम्यकपर्दिनि शैलसुते.
So I just want to little bit read and then you can go ahead. The festival of Navratri marks the victory of goddess Durga over the Asur or demon Mahisasura. The legend goes Mahisasura has been granted the wish of immortality because of his unwavering devotion to Lord Brahma, but the god put one condition to his immortality. Only a woman could kill him, but the demon thought himself too powerful to be defeated by a woman. Soon enough, Mahishasur began terrorizing the people, and the gods were helpless because of his immortality. In order to overcome the threat of Mahishasura, Lord Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma come together to create goddess Durga. The gods equipped her with a lot of weapons to defeat the demon. The fight between Mahishasur and goddess Durga went on for 10 days, and demon was defeated only after he transformed into buffalo. So you think, is this the reason that we do Navratri. What is your take on this one? Can you tell why do we do Navratri and just brief it about it?
Yeah, it's actually a fight between the fight is between good and evil, and how finally the good destroys the evil. Goodness is Goddess Durga, who kills the demon Mahishasura with her trident, Trishul. So 10 days we start celebrating. And here in Maharashtra, it's a very unusual thing that, every day the ladies, they follow the color code of Goddess Durga for those 9 days. Yeah. And the thing is like, I shall tell you, on the day one, she is known as, the day one is Gatastapana. That is when she is installed, the idol is installed. And then she is known that day as Shailaputri. Okay? And on that day, she is actually a reincarnation of Parvati. And that day, she represents nature. And the day, every lady in Maharashtra, even working women in offices, you'll see, they all dress in yellow because Shailaputri represents yellow color. Then on the second day is Dussehra. The color is green. All women, even Times of India will publish pictures of women dressed in that particular color. And there's a competition. And the ladies who do this follow it, throughout the whole week. For the 9 days, they judge them and give them prizes. Okay? So day 2, she is worshipped as a brahmacharin. And the color is, as I said, green. Then day 3 is Tritiya. And she is worshipped as Chandraganta. Chandraganta is another form of Goddess Parvati. The name is derived from the half moon, which looks like a bell on her forehead. And she's riding the tigress, and she's associated with bravery. And that day the color is gray. Then day 4 is Kushmanda, again yellow. That is again a Chaturthi, and she represents nature on day 4. And many people, even men and women, during these Navratris, they don't wear footwear. They walk bare feet, which is very unusual, I found in Maharashtra. And on day 5, which is Panchami, she is worshipped as Skandamata, mother of Kartikeya. And Kartikeya is brother of Ganesh. And the color is white. Everybody wears white. And day 6 is Shashti, worshipped as Katyayani. He morphed herself into this form to destroy Mahishasura, and she represents a warrior, and that day she's dressed in red. And in Bengal, women, the ladies, this is a festival for women, Like now, we have the women's bill passed in India in the parliament. It's like a woman's empowerment, for the women. This Navratri is basically a festival for, I think, more women celebrate this than men, because, Goddess Durga is an embodiment of a woman,
So that is like in Bengal, it is called Durga Puja. It's the same thing?
Yeah, it's the same thing.
Okay.
And in Calcutta, whole of Bengal, they have this pandals everywhere of Durga,
Yeah. They decorate the pandals, and then do the dance. Yeah, I know.
Yeah. And on the day 7, which is Saptami, is Kalratri, the dark night. She appears to destroy more demons because Mahishasura keeps sending these demons to kind of attack her, and she keeps destroying them. And she represents protection from troubles. And the color that day to be worn is royal blue.
Okay.
And then day 8 is Ashtami, worshipped as Mahagauri, young version of Shailaputri. Very beautiful, and the color to be worn is pink. Now, I don't know, in the north, they do this Kanchak Puja. Little girls are
Yeah.
called to the house and they're given fed and they're worshipped as
Yeah.
the what is I Shailaputri.
Yes. Yes,
You
yes.
know,
I
and
know.
they
When we were
halwa
young, yeah, when we used to call little girls, and then they used to feed halwa puri. Yes, I remember that. Yeah.
yeah, halwa puri and chana.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then these little girls are treated like little goddesses. So that day the color to be worn is pink.
Okay.
And on the day 9, she's worshipped as Siddhi
Okay.
who embodies all 8 Siddhis, that is, including supernatural power. And the color to be worn is purple.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
And I think people who, do these pujas, they believe in supernatural powers, that they worship her. And then of course Dussehra is a day of celebration when she finally destroys Mahishasura. And then they do her immersion. And in Bengal, I've heard that women cry when Durga is taken away from the thing for immersion because they feel as if they are mother or daughter or sister. I mean, she means everything to them,
Okay. So,
Yeah.
Dussehra is related to this Navratri. Then, how is it related to Ramayana? The Diwali? Is it really also related to Diwali? How is it going Dussehra to Diwali?
Finally kills Ravan, no?
Okay. So,
Ravan.
Lord Ram kills Ravan, and Mahisa is also killed by Durga. Two things has happened.
Durga. Yes.
Okay.
So we have this. In the north they do Ram Leela also, no?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. And then the final thing is Diwali, which is a festival of lights when Lord Ram finally returns to Ayodhya.
Okay.
So 20 days after Dussehra is Diwali.
20 days after the show.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much, Gayatri. It was really fun talking to you. Again, we will again meet with a few other festivals and discuss all that. Do you have any final comments for my viewers of The Atman Show?
So I want to wish all your viewers a happy Ganesh Chaturthi, a wonderful Dussehra, and a great Diwali.
Okay. Bye. Namaste.
Bye. Namaskar.